Hi everyone, welcome to another Cosmic Crone conversation with me, Marie.
And me, Tina.
This week we are talking about dragons, having a convo about dragons. It's been quite funny because we did about snakes not so long ago, and we on a previous podcast, which go back and have a listen to, and we did mention like with dragons then, didn't we? About
there's a mix, in a lot of mythology there's a mix of dragon serpent
type things,
and they're always associated mostly in sort of British European cultures as a bad thing, like in the Bible. But then they're the complete opposite in another culture. And dragon,
like prosperity and good fortune.
There's evidence of dragons throughout every continent,
and cultures,
in the world,
mythology,
at different times. The earliest. There's debates, I think, because the Sumerians had a tablet with, I think it was 2700 BC. They had a tablet, and their first word, I have to look at my page, was Usumgao, which was the first known word for a dragon. I don't know how you pronounce that. So before, like Chinese dragons maybe, but then with Chinese history I think that goes back further, so there's debating. It's like, well, we had the first dragons. No, we had the first.
There's a lot of things we talk about that people say it was first known about here, first came to the forefront here and this time, and I don't think you can always be specific because the way things were presented, like pictures or tablets and things like that, came at different times, so it could have been a lot earlier than we know, couldn't it? I mean, we're talking about the Chinese ones, that they were known, from what I can gather, is, like I said, good fortune, prosperity, rain. I think it was bringing rain, so that's agriculture. I think it was more around
I think they
agriculture.
associate the dragons with the elements, and also with crystals apparently. That you would get like we've designed our own tarot. Well, not the tarot deck yet. They're still in.
Oh, we did some
in production, but we did an oracle deck.
Oracle deck,
So what we did was like earth dragon.
And where can you get those oracles? Where can you get those? It's is it a cosmic emporium? Is it? Do you have to go anywhere on the web? Like, is it just you put in cosmicemporium.com and have a look at those ones that we did first of all, and there'll be some more coming because that's what we're talking about now. Sorry to interrupt you. The tarot. We're doing the tarot.
In the process of switching over so that we've got a UK rather than a China production, because I wasn't happy. We did get a sample deck, didn't we? And I wasn't happy with the quality of the cards, so we will be switching over, but making a tarot deck as well, because I think there's a call for it, because there isn't any.
And maybe we'll do a pod about how we went about. We could really, we've got a chocolate tarot. Sorry, we're digressing, but we have got a chocolate tarot, and we had AI help us, but the point was it was what we had to go through. Instead of having 6 fingers or 7 fingers on one hand, we'll go through that at another point. But and I would, coming back to the Chinese, I think it was more serpenty.
They are, aren't they? With like little legs, little arms and legs, but they
like
are
that,
more of the serpent. And funnily enough, there was, I'm not sure when it was, but there was a fossil found in southern China, a fossil of like a dragon creature that would have been in the sea, and it was like exactly the same, like a really long body, and it looked like a dragon.
I'm with you, and I can
evidence, so you can
relate
see
to
where,
that.
so, it's not like they just imagine things out of thin air. That every sort of myth comes from somewhere.
That's in water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean the connection, water, prosperity of agriculture, and food and good, you know, and all that, and good fortune, and all that. What about the fantastic street carnivals with them?
Yeah.
And
Kites.
yeah, and I feel
they do celebrate
I feel
the
they do it
dragon.
really well. But you know, I know you're going to laugh at this, but you know, when they go ding, 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 and they do with the rhythm of the music, and it's like make it a very fun and sort of celebratory sort of thing, don't
and have
they?
you noticed, like, they have like beards, don't they? And they're
Like that, yeah.
which is a symbol of wisdom.
Yeah. So, somebody I know who's Pakistani, his moustache, when he's like doing his TikTok, he always goes like this, you know, and he's like, you know, he's showing his masculinity, I think, I would say, but then wisdom maybe.
Yeah, wisdom is what long beards are, you know, especially in the Chinese culture, you know, they have the long.
Oh, the long one, yeah.
And the Egyptians
That's
as well.
true,
They
isn't it? Yeah.
plait them up, didn't they?
Yeah, look, and look in where we are in northern Cyprus, not as much here, but in Turkey, the beard, you know, the beards, Muslim, the beards, and yeah, it's a form of decorative, like symbolism, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, European, are we going look at the European ones?
Yeah.
But that, see, the thing is about the European ones, I think, it's mostly like, maybe you could call the Chinese ones, this folklore. More folklore. Like George and the Dragon,
Yeah.
you know, slaying the dragon and things like that. And they're more winged.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not often. I don't think the Chinese ones have wings.
It's like his legs, I think. You know, you just hold hands.
It's just like a long snake, which is like the cross between the serpent and the dragon.
And I would say, what's his name? Tolkien.
Lord of the Rings.
The Hobbit. Yeah. Their symbolism to me is of destruction, terrorising people.
Ah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We must slay them to be victorious.
Terrorising villages and
yeah,
fire.
and hoarding whatever treasures and.
Because obviously with our culture, I'm not sure about Chinese, but they are fire breathing.
Yeah.
Mostly, aren't they? Although there are different types of dragon, I think the Europeans are more the fire breathing, flying over and destroying the villages.
Yeah, and I find funny, like, I know you're going to think, right, you know, Shrek?
Yeah.
And that one really reminded me of a mixture of both, because that character is a lady and she's really horrible, you know, she's like, because she's scared and everything, and she's fire breathing and everything, and then the donkey, obviously they fall in love. But my point being is, it shows that there is a powerful side to a mythical or a dragon of any kind, and yet there's a nurturing nature. You know what I mean? I can't make my mind up, because it's all different for everybody, but it showed that character in a way to kids that was, yes, I am a fire breathing dragon, but you know what, I'm alright really, I'm just doing it because I'm a dragon.
Well, the Bible does talk about dragons. They are mentioned in the Bible.
Yeah.
Jesus talked, basically won over a dragon with love. To me, that's...
See, the donkey did?
Yeah, more like a metaphor. But then if it's saying that, and there's dragons in Revelation with like seven crowns and 7 heads or something, 7 hands,
multiple,
whatever it is. Yeah, and it's coming down from the heavens. So how is that a metaphor? If the Bible is actually, it is what it is, then surely people that follow it must see it for what it is and say, well, yeah, dragons are real, because if Jesus
is real,
then yeah, and he did what he did to the dragon, and then he actually tells his disciples to treat them like that. Where are they then? But then obviously there's no fossilized evidence of dragons, except for, I'd say, like dinosaurs are the closest thing we have.
No serpent, like you said, have been found.
Yeah, plus lizards, they look like dragons. They haven't got wings, but they are they're reptiles, aren't
What's
they?
them things? And they go along and they look like...
Komodo dragons.
Yeah, Yeah.
I mean, they're amazing.
I think they're the closest
With their
things.
long tongues.
I do think it's like as if they're a mixture of like a crocodile, alligator, and some, you know, serpentine. And
So in a way, types of that animal, reptile, we know they're real. So if the stories sort of just got out of hand and just gone a bit,
I think it's been used more for
further.
symbolising certain aspects of life, bringing like teachings to people, like
it's like the unicorn, really.
Yeah.
We say it's a mythical creature, like the dragon is. But you can go
but
back.
it's an energy then, isn't it? Some kind of energy.
To be honest, I think both are mythical creatures, but both have been mentioned. I'm not sure about the unicorn in the Bible. I think it was in a way, but obviously in other cultures we'll have to do unicorns next, because there's sort of not evidence, but folk laws saying that unicorns could have actually have been goats.
Right.
Because of, like, sometimes you see them with a bit of a beard or horns, but I'm not sure about the single horn. Anyway, we're talking about dragons.
Yeah, that's where I was going to come.
Unicorns.
Yeah, I was going to come back to the bringing it to the masses, like symbolism of transformation, using a mythical being, whatever if you want to call them that, as teaching to others. Not to say like you do this and you will transform and you will get strength and courage. We told a lot of stories that were told to make people change their ways, or what's the word, like look, I'm trying to say it's not coming out right. You know, when you're trying to give somebody an example of how something, if you don't do something, then something bad will happen.
Like a moral of a
moral
story with a moral.
Yeah.
There's loads of fables and things like that using mythical creatures just to make the story of saying, like, be careful, don't go out at night, or you know, to children, basically, to fearmonger them so they do as they're told.
They might have used them stories to benefit people. You know, it's not written down, it's told from person to person.
Yeah.
So these dragons were part of that folklore.
Culture, that gets handed down.
One of the things as well, I mentioned before, was George and the dragon and all that, and slaying the dragon. And that can be a metaphor for overcoming your fears, getting rid of your inner demons. But we did have a chat with somebody not so long ago, didn't we? One of our friends, Cosmic Blue Avian.
Yeah, who has her own channel.
Yeah, go and check her out. She summoned the dragon.
Her own dragon. Yeah,
that's correct.
That's something I've not done in a spiritual way. I have actually spoke to unicorns, and I do quite a lot on occasions, and have been to their realm. Actually inside the sun, which obviously is in a physical realm, and I think that's the same as dragons. It wouldn't be a physical realm or a physical planet. But saying that, there is a race that we kind of know of and accept within the community that accept alien races as like a draconian, a dragon lizard type race. We, you know, within that group, we know the Anunnaki that we've spoke about, which are like a lizard race, but the Draconians are that they are an standing upright dragon type of race. So they're still like the lizards, you know, the reptilians, but they're just a slightly different species.
She called upon hers, who was forgive me if I got this wrong, but a blue dragon, right? The symbolism I've lost on me at the moment, right? But she said that it was a dragon that liked to sleep a lot, was relaxed and calm, and I'm glad for her for having that. And she channeled the dragon. The point is, when she was channeling, I was watching the screen, and I literally seen an image of more than one, so it could have been 2 or 3, but more than one dragons going like this, like that, round and went as if it was playful. They were being but they were little.
Mm.
When a big dragon goes like this, it was like as if it was intertwining into the phone and out and around and went. But it was like, again, playful. It was fun.
But believe them or not,
I don't know what that meant.
believe them or not, we create our own reality. So we are them, they are we are all one, we are all the same energy, just shot off into different directions. I'm going to say that. So I created my own demon. That's not a bad thing, because again, demon is a misinterpreted word. But I've created my own, and then I use that. It's not that it was there throughout history. I created it. So with a dragon, you can create your own.
That's why I was saying it was good that it was a calm dragon. You know, not being personal. I think, you know, that's something that is really good at the moment for our friend. And that's why I was about to say, I was going to question. We should ask her, you know, we should get her on about, is there many dragons that she channels, or and are they her reality?
And to be honest, with the cards, the same thing is, we're creating them by painting them, drawing them, making them come to life. We are giving life to that image, and it's exactly the thing I do when I create the cards. I use them and I talk to the images in the cards, because they're now, you've given them a persona, you've given them life.
Yeah, I was going to say that there's a card of the day on our channel, Cosmic Sisters Tarot, which you'll find on YouTube. That I sometimes, before I even get near any cards, I'll have like as if something's been channeled to me, right? And I'll do oracle, shuffle the oracle, shuffle the tarot, get them, and for argument's sake, I don't know, the Wheel of Fortune, it's just come into my head, right? Yes, that has a symbolism, it has a meaning and all that, but sometimes what I've been channeled links in with it, and it's not all about the tarot interpretation. It's about the interpretation of who I'm channeling it to, which I don't know half the time. I haven't got a clue, because have you ever seen people doing the cards online, or they call it a collective?
Yeah.
And it is something that will like absolutely fit with somebody. It will fit with a number of people, won't it? Not everybody. So I think sometimes the symbolisms of the dragon, different colours, there aren't there, different colours? Yeah. And is it how they make you feel, or is it what you're doing?
In a spiritual sense, spiritual symbolism of a dragon is about courage, isn't it?
Strength,
mastery,
wisdom.
And it's about spiritual awakening,
achieving goals.
Yeah. So they are, like, to me
they're really positive.
It's like the strength card. Yeah.
You know,
in the tarot, there's quite a few cards that I could relate with a dragon.
Yeah.
Like the energy of the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. The emperor, I would see as a dragon, that authoritative.
Would you say a king or a queen?
Yeah.
What's that lady? What's the second one? Oh, the tarot.
The empress.
That's
the high priestess.
That's the one. That's the one. Do you know what I mean? But if I was having that energy and it was like that was coming to me, the high priestess, right? I can't remember half what I'm thinking yesterday, let alone today. It would be something that was a lead. When I say a leader, the wise one of the dragons. Do you get me? The all-seeing, you know. So their oracle.
Someone's just something's just come through to me that for the number 99 associated with dragons. 99.
Right.
I don't know what that means, but it just come through to me. But Greeks, they have. I think it was Jason. You know Jason and the Argonauts.
Yeah.
I think he.
Ever see that
They was
film?
all bad dragons, I think.
Yeah, but that you see, that's the one. You know, with the one with the load of heads.
But yes, that's it. Yeah, they guarded sacred places. dragons.
Yeah, so they might not have been nasty.
Mythology. No, they guarded treasure. Yeah.
Yeah, and then somebody comes along and goes, I want that, and then fights them, and then you become a hero and that one's dead. That's what I'm saying about the mythical.
Yeah, they had like
Yeah.
the serpent dragon
Yeah.
mix. Yeah, and they
Yeah.
were called Draken, I think it was the Greek word is. Yeah. Where I
God,
think
that
Draco
takes me
comes
back, that
from.
film. Is
I
it
love
one
Jason.
body and all them
Yeah, heads.
necks and
Yeah.
heads, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, but it made out that the dragon was the nasty one. And that
Yeah.
he was the nice one.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah, there's a lot of mixture in different cultures about a lot of mythical creatures and different things where, like I said, with demons, in one place they're bad, like black cats. We see them as good, is it bad luck or good luck?
No, so you're
And
mixing
then-
it, you're
yeah.
mixing it, because I see them as good luck,
Mm.
good fortune, and when they pass me by, I go,
Yeah,
you're
but a lot
safe,
see 'em
get
as
across the
bad
road, quick, get across
because
the
they're
road.
associated with witches. So it just depends where you come
So
from.
then
I
you
mean, it's
shouldn't
all
be seeing them as
personal.
bad. If
I
you-
don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Now when you said like I see them as this, but it's this.
Yeah.
No, it's nothing. It's
Yeah.
whatever you want it to be.
Exactly, it's how you feel, and
It's what you've been
again,
drilled
if you
into
see,
your brain.
If you're seeing dragons like a lot, you know, like
Got the word
as messages.
malevolence.
Oh yeah,
That's the word I was thinking about earlier. Like the devil. I'm sorry. Go on. Sorry.
yeah. If you see dragons, you know, if you're getting spiritual messages of dragons, it could be telling you to have courage, have strength.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Speak out, I would say, if it's a fire dragon, it's about passion.
Achieve your goal. Your
Yeah.
passion. We're saying we're sort of crossing
Yeah,
our words.
Yeah.
I think, be honest with you, I think it's like a grumpy old grandma or a grumpy old granddad, right? But they ain't grumpy to you. Do you get me? They give off this persona of, oh, all right, go away. And then they go, by the way, we're going to go to the shops. What I mean is, they give off this powerful enigma. But I think that's for protection. Just for protection. But yet there's this strength. And like you say, it's about achieving something. It's about opening your strength up. You know, if you've been down or you've been suppressed, and suddenly, whatever culture it is that you believe, they have wings and they fly.
Seen as like when they hatch their young as eggs, like
Oh,
the old world. We call them the old world reptiles, like snakes. You've got the old world and the new world. The old world lay eggs, but there are some new world snakes. They're called new world because they hatch live young. So we class a dragon as the old world because you always see dragons laying eggs, didn't you? And a dragon egg.
Yeah. What about the ones where they used to sell those eggs? Pottery, is it? And they had the little dragons coming out.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You know.
I love painting rocks like dragon eggs. Yeah. Or like I said in the last episode we did, I used to paint the ostrich eggs.
That's right.
I've done them like dragon and sort of give them a bit of a thick coat of
Are you getting
paint
me?
to make them free.
Are you getting me when I say it's as if they come across as if they're not to be...
Not to be messed with.
Yeah, they're wise. To me, when I said grumpy old granddad, I mean, they're wise. They're wise and I think sometimes that energy is to take your time, do the things for you on your own.
I think our cosmic blue avian friend, Nicole, she talks to them channeling as they are a separate species, a separate free, you know, interdimensional energy that is a very old energy. Has an existence from way before humans ever existed, way before Earth probably existed, like they were always there. And she channels their wisdom, and they are peaceful, peaceful but knowledgeable.
Yeah.
They have wisdom.
Wings coming up
yeah,
at the moment.
and if you've heard the panty dog, I've got Max on the floor down here. He's hot.
And the wind.
Yeah.
We don't know how this is coming out because we've got no mics today.
Yeah.
So Yeah, but that's where I'm coming from.
Mm.
Although I saw young, I think they stand back a little bit first and then give you their wisdom.
I would like to have a go at channeling some dragons. I think making the tarot, every time I've made a deck or like put, you know, painted my own pictures and made them exist, it's exciting because each time you're putting your energy into it, and then I pick up the artwork or the card and hello, what can you give me, or pick one a day, like what info have you got, and you'll be surprised how it all comes out. And to be honest, it's just an extension of you.
When we were trying to find out where we could start doing the tarot, dragon tarot, we went on this website, doesn't matter what it was because it's not, but the point being is we put the description in and we started off with the fool's journey.
Yeah.
And this dragon was on the edge, so there was this of a cliff, beautiful scenery, and it was going forward. Then we looked at the other image where if you're using like AI or a creative company that you're doing, you'll get another one. And this image, he was backwards, young, and it was backwards, and we just looked at each other and went, that's the one.
Yeah.
Because it's your interpretation, isn't it, of the fool?
Yeah.
You know, and it was beautiful. Everything we've done, everything we've thought of, like I'm backing up what you've just said, everything we've thought of regarding designing new tarot cards, it's been wonderful. Every time it comes up, look at the colours in there. Look at that. Oh, and look at the mouth. Look at this, and look at. Yeah or no?
Yeah.
So.
And you get excited.
Yeah, look at us.
Yeah.
Just talking about it. I think this. We're going to, after this, we're going to go onto a website because we got to pay.
Yeah.
To get sort of better designs when you're describing them and everything. So we'll do that in a minute and we'll let you know how we get on.
Yeah, I mean, I can physically paint because I'm an artist, but nowadays if you've got all this AI at your fingertips, why not use it now?
Yeah, why not?
Saves time, and they are good.
They are beautiful.
I don't dismiss and I don't run down AI because it is good.
It's what, AI is a bowl of contention and what you use it for, you know. So yeah, at this moment we're going to be doing that.
Yeah.
But I hope you've enjoyed our little. Have you got any more? Sorry, any more?
No.
That you wanted to talk about?
No.
As we always say, it's just our conversation.
Yeah, dragons is not something I've used spiritually. I had a dragon toy when I was a kid called Jolene.
Was you begging her not to take your man?
Yeah, should have.
But yeah.
Yeah, to me it was my lovely teddy and I loved it. And I spoke to all my teddies when I was I call them teddies because, yeah, they're not all bears, but they were my teddies. And I had like my first lot was like 23 and there were a couple of dragons in them, and they all had their own names and I took turns in which one would come to bed with me.
Oh.
And they had characters, yeah.
I've got a cousin who loves unicorns.
Yeah, we'll definitely do the unicorns next.
Jane.
Yeah.
Ah, Jane. Oh, congratulations, Jane, when this goes out. She's done the first run.
Oh.
Right, so, yeah. Anyway, yeah, for those who have been listening to us and for those who are watching us, thank you so much again for joining us. And dragons was the call of the wild this week.
Yeah.
Remember, you can hear the panty dog, and if you you're wearing pants, are you, Max? If you are listening and watching to this point, we will put a link to the PayPal, which is SOSDogs2017
at outlook.com.
for the Yappy Valley where we're sitting now for all the rescue dogs.
And we'll put in the YouTube link for that as well.
Yeah.
If you want to watch us build off grid.
All right, yeah. Oh, the Yappy Valley channel.
Yeah.
Go to that one as well. See ya. I'm going to take her away now. And see you next time on a Cosmic Crone Conversation. Bye, everyone.
Bye.